Hello everyone, my name is O.A.K and a warm welcome to Watchpoint O.A.K. It has been a while since I've managed to put anything out here, but with everything settling back down, we are back. So, with the announcement of Overwatch 2 at this year's BlizzCon, where else to start than with the man of the hour himself. The man responsible for bringing the gang back together, the legend, the icon, the lover of peanut butter, the gorilla, not a monkey, but most importantly, the scientist, Winston.
I made a chronal accelerator. I'm sure I can do this. To all agents of Overwatch. That's not right. To the former agents of Overwatch. This is Winston. Obviously.
Winston began life on Lucheng Interstellar's Horizon Lunar Colony as Specimen 28. He was initially one of many genetically enhanced gorillas involved in experiments to help build humanity's future amongst the stars. As a child, he exhibited unusually rapid brain development as a result of the gene therapy he had received. Specimen 28 was increasingly curious about his surroundings and what lay beyond them. This caught the attention of Dr. Harold Winston, one of the scientists working with the gorillas on the Horizon Lunar Colony. Dr. Harold Winston took the young gorilla under his wing, raising him as like a son and student, and giving him his now signature glasses. Dr. Winston taught the young gorilla about science, humanity, and ethics, instilling in the young gorilla values of kindness and determination, to never accept the world as it appears to be, but to dare to see it for what it could be. At some point, Specimen 28 took the surname of his father figure and mentor, becoming known to everybody as Winston. He enjoyed a happy and fulfilling life on the colony, assisting the scientists with their research and dreaming of Earth. Winston's life was thrown into chaos when the other gorillas on the colony started a revolt, unhappy with their lives and being the subjects of constant tests, rules, injections, and experiments. The revolt led to the deaths of all of the scientists working on the colony, it being implied that they were jettisoned into the cold vacuum of the lunar surface. Although the other gorillas did not kill Winston, he was nonetheless ostracized from the group. With the loss of his friends and no longer having a purpose on the colony, Winston left for Earth by building himself a rocket and began a new life there. On Earth, Winston became an agent of Overwatch, rising to become one of their most notable scientists. After an accident involving experimental slipstream technology, Lena Oxton, better known by her call sign Tracer, suffered from chronal dissociation. This meant she was unable to stay in the present, vanishing for days at a time before reappearing for only brief glimpses. It was Winston who was able to devise a solution, single-handedly designing the chronal accelerator, which gave her control over her chronal dissociation, along with the ability to move backward or forward through her own time stream. Winston would go on to lead several noticeable missions on behalf of Overwatch. Most notably, he was part of a team comprising of Lena, Genji, Dr. Ziegler and himself that pursued and captured Talon Council member Maximilian through the streets of Havana. Maximilian was able to provide them with intelligence that the most recent individual to carry the title of Doomfist, Akande Ogindimu, would be in Singapore 3 weeks hence. Winston was able to defeat Doomfist in Singapore with the help of Tracer and Genji, and the gauntlet wielded by Doomfist was taken by Overwatch. Later that year, Overwatch would be formally disbanded by the Petrus Act, and Winston would go into hiding at Watchpoint, Gibraltar, with only Athena to keep him company. 6 years later, the Talon agent known as Reaper led a strike on Watchpoint, Gibraltar, with the hope of stealing data from the Overwatch Agent database. Winston was able to thwart the attack and protect the data, but this brazen move by Talon, coupled with rising unrest around the world and the second Omnic crisis having claimed over 15,000 lives, would lead to Winston to initiate the Overwatch Agent recall. Lena Oxton was the first to answer the call and would, later that year, spend Christmas with Winston and Athena at Watchpoint Gibraltar along with her girlfriend, Emily. Winston and Tracer would later be instrumental in preventing Talon operatives Widowmaker and Reaper from stealing the Doomfist Gauntlet from a museum exhibition dedicated to Overwatch, and would continue to work together to try and rebuild Overwatch and to help the world as it continued to slip towards war in the second Omnic crisis. Most recently, Winston, along with Lena and May, travelled to Paris to help fight Null Sector forces attacking the city and assist in the evacuation of civilians. Although initially successful, they soon came under attack from a Null Sector Titan. With defeat imminent and hope seemingly lost, they prepared to retreat, with Winston volunteering to stay behind to buy Lena, May and the civilians time to escape. As Winston faced down the Titan and hope appearing lost, many of his friends and former colleagues came to his rescue, having answered the call he had sent out from Watchpoint Gibraltar. Together, they were able to push the Null Sector forces back, and Winston was able to devise an ingenious method to bring down the Null Sector Titan that had continued to besiege them. With the Titan destroyed, the battle was won, and Paris was saved. With the Null Sector Titan defeated, and Winston being reunited with his friends and former colleagues, a Parisian police officer who had been protecting civilians asked of Winston,
"Monsieur, does this mean Overwatch is back?"
Yes. Yes, we are.
This marked the foundation of the second iteration of Overwatch, welcoming former Overwatch Eco-Point scientist Mei Ling Zhao back, and welcoming Brigitte Lindholm as the newest member of the organisation. While it remains to be seen how many other former agents will answer the call, what is certain is that the world needs them now more than ever, and that the world could always use more heroes. Thank you for watching and for joining us here at Watchpoint O.A.K. I would like to say a special thanks to Lewis aka Brutal Juice for coming on board with Watchpoint O.A.K. as a video editor. He is an incredibly hard worker, a great guy, and you should definitely check him out. So, if you liked the video, do not forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications, and leave us a comment. We hope to be putting out another video in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned. Share this video with your friends, your nearest, your dearest, and your fellow Overwatch or Talon agents. And we look forward to welcoming you back to Watchpoint O.A.K. very soon.